I'm gonna show you something beautiful.
I truly believe that music is magical in the aspect that it just purely brings people together. I mean, I think it's really important that people understand that you're not alone in this world, and a lot of times we feel like we are alone, or that the situation we're put in couldn't happen to anybody else. This couldn't happen to that person, or why does this always happen to me? And it's crazy because once you start really broadening your headspace and you stop having such a narrow mindset on life, and you start to take in what these people are saying in music instead of just bashing it about, you know, oh, this person's just singing about going to the club all the time. Well, you're missing the point in that whole song. The song isn't about going to the club and getting trashed. The song is about enjoying life and enjoying the moment, and it just so happens that that particular artist, that's how that they express themselves and having a great time. You go to the country genre, they express it in a completely different manner. I mean, it's really just all about happiness. There is not anything negative that has ever came from music, ever. And then I found dance music, man, and it really changed my life. Just the culture itself. I mean, you figure you have people out here, they're dancing, they're happy, they're just there to have a good time, and they're there to enjoy themselves. And I mean, that's ultimately what life's about, isn't it? I mean, life's about trying to be happy, and it's about having a good time. And so it's really cool to see that for the first time for me, and to experience that. And I was hooked instantly. I got pulled right into it. The reason I decided to start DJing was because, I mean, my whole life I've always known that what I wanted to do is I wanted to help people. Not physically, not patch a wound, not financially, you know, not support, you know, a bunch of bums, but music touched me in that way, and it helped me get through those hard times in my life. And so my dream is to just hopefully do that for one person, that the way that it did it for me. Dancing in music, I feel like this is not often touched on enough, is that dancing is probably the most pure form of happiness. A person is not going to dance if they're not comfortable, and a person is not comfortable if they're not happy. And so you're not going to see a person dancing who's not happy. And again, back to the whole, the culture of the dance world, that see thousands of people together in one area enjoying one moment. No matter if you're gay, black, white, where you're from, we're all enjoying this one moment right now. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, it doesn't matter what's going to happen tomorrow, it's about this moment and enjoying it, because who knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Do you think this is your time? Do you think this is your time?
I just think music is just a great way to express yourself, especially if you just have a lot of emotions you can't let out in any other way. So I think it's just a great medium for that. Music and culture, I think they're basically one and the same. I think you can't have culture without music. From the clothes we wear to how we act every day, I think, has a tie-in with the music and the culture we take in. I mean, could you just imagine a film without any music, or maybe even just something simple as like a video game and no music? It just adds that little extra thing that makes you feel the emotion you're supposed to feel appropriately with the scene. Especially if you go to a museum, of course they're going to have classical music playing just to get you in the mindset for the type of art pieces you're going to be looking at. I mean, that's just a small piece of what culture and music really brings to society as a whole.
I think a lot of drummers, people think, like it comes from an angry place, just aggression that you're getting out, but at the same point, it's really not. It's, for me at least, it comes from a very spiritual and meditative place, where it's almost, I forget about the blisters and the cuts and bruises or whatever's on my hands while I'm playing, or however sore my legs get when I'm using pedals, but it's just forget about all the pain and everything that's going on around you, even in the real world. You're just letting your body and mind just do what it does, and it's me getting all this energy from a big ball of light, and I just focus on that. So in general, I really, when I'm drumming for a band, it's me just giving back energy that I get from the cosmos. It's not really it's not really like, do I look good, or what outfit am I wearing, or, it doesn't matter at that point, because you kind of build yourself to be something, but like when I'm drumming, I'm not anything, I'm just what I'm meant to be,
Every time I walk around, I see your body in the ground. If you see me in the deep end of my greatest mistake, every time I walk around, I see my body in the clouds. If you see me in the deep end of my greatest mistakes.
Music acts like language. It's when the language is really powerful and it is backed up by a piece of art or a piece of music that has the strength to carry the words, then the intent really comes out to make the piece as heavy as a mountain, as dense as the thickest cumulonimbus cloud. It becomes more colorful and vibrant. It becomes very clear to me whenever I'm listening to other music that the artist's intentions come out in a very colorful and a very introspective way. When I'm listening to a very powerful piece of music, for example, I can tell it's really well thought on. I can tell that the piece is saying something, it's doing something, it's trying to show you something. I want to make like a chalice of color in which, when a contemporary listener drinks from it, they taste some sweet freedom, something that influences to live in the light of how the individual wants to fly through the air. So where they can see, like, in between the colors of black and white, to read between those colors, to see all the colors of the visual spectrum within a sound is a piece of art. It's a piece of liberty, a piece of tranquility where you can escape your mortal reality and feel immortal in your soul. It's a connection to the spirit world. It's a link in between how mankind can feel at peace with their anxieties. They can be persuaded away from their internal struggles and like ride the way of existence into the next life.